but they too are just part of your process. I remember after struggling in the comedy world for about a year, I was bombing one night. It was horrible. So I went for my surefire bit. I brought a woman up from the audience, and she stood directly behind me. And we would tell a story. It's an old improv technique. I would tell a story with verbally, and she would tell a story with hand gestures. And it usually works best the more animated the hands are. Well, this woman stood there like an ancient statue. She didn't move. I turned to her in desperation. I said, "Please do something with your hands." She did. Oh, the pain, ouch. I immediately called my mentor, Rick Siegel. I said, "Rick, I bombed, I died, they hated me." And Rick said, "So?" What do you mean, so? How do you argue it's so? And then Rick reminded me, every comedian, every speaker, anyone who's accomplished anything has first fallen on their face. And then I remembered Subway. I fell on my face, but I never took the next step. You see, it's a step after the ouch. We forget about that. We all were afraid to take that step. We don't want to. We're scared to death. But when that foot lands, and you learn that lesson, you'll love that feeling. Dr. Goddard's assistant said every rocket that went up, and what other people would consider failure, he would consider it valuable negative information. Information each step getting closer to the moon. Dr. Goddard was an ouch master. We need to be ouch masters. If you're willing to fail, you can learn anything. I'm not the greatest comedian. I'm not making millions. Not even close. But I get to do what I love to do for a living. But it's because I took this step after the ouch. See, I wasn't given the gift of making people laugh. I was given the opportunity to take that next step. So were you. What's your next step? Take it. I didn't want to look back in my life and say, you know, I never did try that comedy thing, but instead, I died debt-free. Woo! All of us, as we're headed to that goal, we're going to reach a point where we get stuck, and our feet are like in cement. We can't move, but we're so afraid of that ouch, we forget that if we lean forward and take a risk and fall on our face, when we get up, notice you still made progress. So please, with me, go ahead and fall, but fall forward.